What's something people don't know about gym treadmills? They're secretly plotting against you. Mark decided it was time to get fit. New year, new me. He had been putting off joining the gym for months, always finding some excuse or another, but this time he was determined. He had bought new gym clothes, a fancy water bottle, and even a pair of those high-tech running shoes that promised to make you feel like you were running on clouds. He was ready to conquer the gym, so he signed up for a gym membership and hit the treadmill, feeling proud and motivated. The gym was bustling with people, each engrossed in their own fitness routines. Mark felt a surge of excitement as he stepped onto the treadmill. He imagined himself transforming into one of those fitness enthusiasts he often saw on social media, effortlessly running miles and miles. He started slow, walking at a steady pace, but then he noticed the guy next to him was jogging like he was auditioning for a marathon. Mark thought, if he can jog, so can I. He glanced around, noticing that everyone seemed to be in their own world, focused on their workouts. He didn't want to be the odd one out, the guy who was just walking while everyone else was pushing their limits, so he cranked up the speed and started jogging, feeling like a fitness guru. But life had other plans. Out of nowhere, his shoelace decided to join the party and came undone. He felt a slight tug at his foot and looked down to see the laces flapping wildly. Panic set in as he realized the potential disaster that was about to unfold. In a panic, Mark tried to tie it without stopping. Big mistake. He accidentally hit the treadmill speed button. Suddenly, Mark was in full sprint mode, running. His heart raced as the treadmill's speed increased, and he found himself struggling to keep up. He tried to regain control, but it was too late, like he was escaping a pack of wild dogs. His legs moved faster than they ever had before, and he could feel the burn in his muscles. Sweat poured down his face, and he could barely catch his breath. He glanced at the treadmill's display, which showed an alarmingly high speed. He knew he couldn't keep this up for long. Okay, no big deal, he thought, trying to act cool. But then he stumbled. His arms flailed like a windmill, and he grabbed the safety bar, launching himself into an awkward horizontal position. Imagine Superman if Superman were panicking and screaming, and he could feel the eyes of other gym-goers on him, and his face turned red with embarrassment. But the treadmill wasn't done. It catapulted Mark off, sending him flying into the water cooler behind him. Crash! Everyone turned to see the spectacle, and as Mark sat there drenched, the gym staff rushed over. He could hear the whispers and giggles around him, and he wished the ground would swallow him up. "Are you okay?" they asked, barely holding back laughter. Mark stood up, dripping and humiliated, and said, "Yeah, I just thought I'd cool down, quickly." He tried to laugh it off, but the embarrassment was overwhelming. He could feel the stares and hear the muffled laughter as he made his way to the locker room. He left the gym that day, not with fitness gains, but with the story of the most epic treadmill disaster in history. Morale of the story: treadmills don't judge, but they do humble you. Mark learned a valuable lesson that day. Always double-check your shoelaces and never underestimate the power of a treadmill. He also realized that everyone has their own gym fails, and it's all part of the journey to getting fit. In the weeks that followed, Mark became somewhat of a legend at the gym. People would come up to him and ask if he was the guy from the treadmill incident. He would laugh and share the story, turning his embarrassment into a funny anecdote. It became a way for him to connect with others and even make new friends. Despite the initial humiliation, Mark didn't give up on his fitness journey. He continued to go to the gym, but he approached the treadmill with a newfound respect. He made sure his shoelaces were always tied securely and started at a slower pace, gradually building up his speed. Over time, he improved and even began to enjoy his workouts. Mark's epic gym fail became a turning point for him. It taught him resilience and the importance of not taking himself too seriously. He learned to laugh at his mistakes and keep pushing forward no matter how many times he stumbled. And in the end, that's what truly mattered.